welcome to Padma Yoga. Thanks for joining us today. We're looking at the natural element of space, the most subtle element of them all, the background element of all other elements we've been exploring. We're going to look also at the Sanskrit word Praym, which means love, which is actually one of the qualities of that background space. Our feature poses today are side plank and bow, so lots of active strengthening poses today. And we're also joined later by our special guest, Joelle, who's going to be doing some yogic Sanskrit chanting with me. So please join us for that. Let's get going with our warm-up. I'm joined by Kalyani and Paulina. And just step to the front of your mat. Standing tall, you can bring your hands to prayer. And a nice big breath in and a breath out. Let the tailbone drop and reach up into the sky. Lengthen, bend your knees and forward fold. Right down, touch the ground. Exhale. Now step your right foot back. A nice runner's lunge, full length or on your knee. Sink deep into the hip. Now hands down, back to dog stretch. And open up the fingers and toes, stretch your face. Really open up the face and relax your head here. Push the hips up in the air, lengthen the arms. And then forward to full plank or half plank and down to the floor. Into Sphinx or Cobra. Pull the legs together and the shoulders down. And then rolling down, just half push up to Child. Reach the hips right down to the floor, head down, and just stretch out your back. Lifting up through cat stretch. Let's bring the right foot forward. Another long runner's lunge. Again, sink deep into that with the front knee over the foot. And step both feet up, head down, big exhale. Bend your knees and curl slowly up to standing. And just roll the shoulders up, back and down. Stand tall in your mountain pose. Repeat that on the other side. So hands to prayer. Always just take a moment to breathe in, breathe out, find your center first. Always moving with a expansive feeling, that kind of spaciousness of expansion you want to feel always. Inhale, bend the knees, exhale forward. Just touch down to earth. Now left foot steps back into a deep lunge. And sink deeper here. You can push the left thigh back to really straighten that left leg. Nice and solid here. And then step both feet back. Hands spread wide. Push the heels down. Lift the backs of your thighs up to tip the pelvis. Push through the thumbs. Lengthen your arms. And forward to full plank pose. And straight to the floor. Bring your elbows close into your body. Lift up to Cobra or Sphinx. Draw the legs together. Breathe a bit in your belly here. Rolling down, half push up. And child pose. So walk the hands back and stretch out your spine. You can have your hands extended or closer to you. Just relax. And lifting up through cat, your left foot comes forward. Again, straight-legged lunge. And then pop the right foot forward and just curl up to standing. Straight on up, pull the belly in, drop the tailbone, roll the shoulders. Standing in your mountain pose. Fabulous. We'll see you right back after this for our feature poses. Hi, welcome back to Padma Yoga. We're going to be working on some side planks and also bow pose today. So start up at the front of your mat. And standing in mountain pose, bring your hands to prayer. Just let your tailbone drop and lengthen your spine. Roll the shoulders back and drop the chin. Reach up into the sky. Bend the knees forward, fold down. Let's just step right back to dog stretch here. Nice big dog stretch, lengthening your back. And then come forward to full plank and just hold plank if you can for a moment, or you can go to half plank. But in the plank, just try to feel as straight as you can. You can even lift your head up a bit so your neck's in line with the backbone. Hands are directly under the shoulders. And then as you lower straight down to the floor, you try to keep your elbows close into your body. Just right onto the ground. You can slip the elbows forward into Sphinx. And then from here, just go into a plank from the elbows. So tucking your toes under, lift up into an elbow plank. And again, the idea is just to stay as steady and strong as you can. Look forward at your hands. Breathing. People always forget to breathe in this pose for some reason. And relaxing the hips down back to Sphinx. Now we're going to turn onto the sides. Just roll onto your right elbow, onto the hip. And pile your feet on top of each other with the bottom foot kind of facing towards the floor. So as you're standing, as if on the floor there. Then if you can, lift those hips up and balance here. If that works for you, you can always reach up into the air. And hold steady. Perfect. Bring the hand down, turn back, and relax in Sphinx. We'll just try the other side. So rolling onto your left elbow now, onto the hip. Position the feet, lift up the hips, and raise the top arm up. And you can look up at the ceiling or look forward, whichever works for you. Or you can keep your hand down and balance yourself. All right, let's turn back to Sphinx pose. That's great, those are a bit tough. I'm gonna try one more version now. So I'm gonna roll down, just come to hands and knees pose. And just step the right hand a bit away from you as you turn onto your side. So again, place the feet on the floor. The hand is far away. And try as your best to raise up that top arm for the full plank, side plank pose. Now pull the belly in and rotate back towards the floor as carefully as you can, just turning. Bring the hands closer and relax down again. And let's try the other side. So again, lifting up to hands and knees. The left hand steps forward. Rotate onto your side and position your feet. Get nice and solid, and if you can, reach up with the top hand. Press across your shoulders. Nice, steady. And turn, pulling the belly in. Rotate back to full plank and down to the floor. Whew, good. Just time to relax on your belly for a moment. Take a few big breaths. Big belly breaths on the floor and just connect again with the ground. Feel the spaciousness inside yourself. With your eyes closed, you can always tune into that infinite possibility in yourself, the spaciousness in your breath. Now going to just lift up the right foot and reach back for it. And just draw the right heel to the hip. Pull it in, and then if you can, just lift that knee up off the floor to a half bow pose, just pressing the foot up, let the shoulder come back. Breathing and release. Change sides, left hand. And just first pull the heel into your hip, and then try just pushing the foot towards the ceiling with the shoulder back. Breathing. And release. Good. Now you can try that again, or you can try both feet at once. First, draw them in towards your hips, and you can keep your forehead touching the floor to begin. And then if you can lift both knees up. Keep the forehead down as you lift the knees. Pull the shoulders back. Push those feet up in the air, and if you can, then lift up the head into the full bow pose. Keep breathing and feel a little rocking motion as you breathe. and let go, release, and just lie on the floor and breathe. All right, now let's roll over onto the back. Just flip right over onto your back. Draw your knees into your chest. Just hug them in nice and tight and breathe. Feel your breath in your back body now. Let's try a little rocking if you want, just rolling up to sitting and rolling back. And you can not take it too far, don't go right back to your head, just a gentle back roll up and down the spine. Just twice more. And now just lie right down on the floor, stretch out, stretch your legs, lengthen your legs, just give them a shake, left to right, shake your feet, shake your knees, and then you can drop your hands to your sides. Just stay here, palms up, close your eyes. This is Shavasana, simply resting, full relaxation pose. We'll see you right back after the break, exploring the Sanskrit word Praym, love. Hi, welcome back to Padma Yoga. We're looking today at the Sanskrit word Praym. Praym literally means love, that affection. Praym is a quality, a foundational quality of space. So if you think of space being the subtlest element of all, space is that element which permeates all other elements. For example, space even permeates air, it permeates fire and water and earth. So space is this foundational element, and one of the facets of space, one of the essential qualities of space is love, is bliss, the sense of anand, also known as sundaram, beauty. So this quality of sweetness, of love and bliss seems to be, from what the yogis have found over many thousands of years of meditating, when you find your attention comes to the subtlety of space, one of the first and most elemental qualities of space is the sense of bliss, the sense of love, and the feeling of oneness. This is actually closer to our source than any of the other elements, more foundational to our being. So when you bring your attention to this element, you're getting closer and closer to the actual essence of your real self. So meditating on love is the practice we're going to be doing. Let's bring our understanding of Praym right into our yoga practice. So if you'd like to start lying back on your back, just lay down in a comfortable position, maybe on a blanket, and just draw your knees into your chest. Hug them nice and tight, stretch the low back, and then begin to just roll from the tailbone right to the base of the head. Just at your own pace, go nice and slowly. You can feel every single individual vertebra gets a nice massage doing this. This is a Tibetan yoga practice which is said to stimulate a sense of happiness, actual sense of inner joy inside you. So we're tapping into that inner self-effulgency here. Rolling up and down the spine takes the energy up the spine to the upper chakras, the higher vibrations of love and awareness. Just one more nice spine roll, and then you can come lying down on the floor, draw the knees in, and just stretch the legs out. Now we're going to try a half reclining lotus. So if you'll just draw your right foot in, hang on to the ankle, And turn the sole of the foot upwards and just try to bring the heel as close in as you can to the groin and just gently lay the knee away from you. That's the half reclining lotus. Now you can try to draw the ribs back as well so the back doesn't arch so much. And then raise your right arm over your head, stretching out and feel that nice diagonal reach. You can feel that lotus quality of this. Imagine you're floating on a pond, that totally free spirit of the lotus flower, purest quality of expansive space, breathing and just totally relaxing, just like you're floating. Let's try the other side now, just changing. Let that knee go. Draw your left knee in, and just as carefully draw that heel in to the side, and just as much as you can, lay the knee down. Then you can raise your left arm up over your head. Pull the ribs back and begin to breathe. Feel your breaths expand just a bit farther than they were, and exhale just a little bit longer. In all of these beautiful reclining poses, we can take the time to really tune into those subtler spaces, the finer elements of space, the qualities of space, expansiveness, brightness, and the quality of oneness and love. You could actually bring your attention there in these quiet poses. Now let's just stretch that leg out. And just coming into reclining cobbler pose, draw the feet together. Let the knees drop out, and you can just lay your hands across your belly. You can use blocks like Pauline is doing, or you can lay your hands right across your heart center, just crossing your palms right over the center of your chest. This is your heart chakra, center of your direct perception of love. Actually, the heart and the mind are known to both be centers of intelligence, and the heart is the center of the intelligence of love. So as we cross our hands over the heart, you can, on the exhale, just simply hum and direct the center of that hum right to the very center of your chest. As you hum on the exhale, this is actually sending a message from the center of your heart outwards to every single cell of your body. So all the trillions of cells are all getting the message of love that you're sending to them at this moment. You can just enjoy doing this every day. Please come back after this quick break. Joelle will be here to sing some Sanskrit chanting with me. Hi, welcome back to Padma Yoga. I'm joined today by my great friend Joelle.
Thank you, it's great to be here.
Thanks for coming. We're going to be doing some Sanskrit chanting today, some Sanskrit singing. If you'd like any more information on this, please feel free to go to my website, padmameditation.com. Today we're going to be chanting a sutra, a verse from the Bhagavad Gita, which is the holy scripture of India. And this particular verse is a description really of that pure essential space of our being. So in this one, Krishna is describing to Arjuna the qualities of the pure essence of our being. He says, that you which is never hit by weapons, it is never burnt by any fire, that essential you which is not wet by any water and also not ever blown away by any wind. That's the essential you that Krishna is saying to connect with in this sutra. So it's a beautiful chant to remind us of that being in ourself. How about you, Joelle? What is it about this one that you like to chant?
Well, I notice how much we are inundated with images of death and destruction, and it creates a lot of fear in our nervous system. And to be reminded of the true nature and that which survives everything is love, is a very beautiful
That
intention.
Praym.
Yeah.
The Praym is that which is never blown away by any wind. Let's chant this sutra together. It'd be great. It's a beautiful one. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, nachainam kledayanti apo, nashoshayati maritaha, nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, nachainam kledayanti apo, nashoshayati maritaha, nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, nachainam kledayanti apo, nashoshayati marutaha. Thanks a lot for joining us.